Okay, this is an Ishapore, the Enfield, 1942. And I picked this up for what I thought was a pretty decent price. I was happy with what the asking price was, so I pulled the trigger. It is obviously dirty. Has some rust here and just general dirt. It was actually a glob of paint right here, which I'm still working on. You can see the pieces. I just took this, put a little ballistol on it. I don't know if it was paint or it was something else. You can see there's still actually some more globs of it there on top of the handguard, which I'm going to get off. Now, I know some of these did come painted, obviously, but this just seems so haphazard and random. I'm getting rid of it. And we have the magazine, which is rusty and dirty, but everything works. The bolt works, and you can see that here. There's the bolt. Got that out already. So I'm going to take this apart. We're going to get it cleaned up and kind of give you a look at it after it's all done. Got some rust up in here. And then there's the other side. Again, the nose cap's rusty. And I'm not sure. I don't think it's matching numbers. Yeah, the nose cap looks like it's off a DP rifle, so this was probably pieced together. But overall, it's decent shape. Just needs a good clean up, and we'll see what she looks like on the other side. See you then. Can I ask you what you're doing there? Can you get down? Alright, so let's get the rest of this off here. This paint. Loosen that up with a little mineral spirits, maybe. Just seems to be flaking off there. Loosen up a little ballistol, see what happens. You got those paint marks off. There was one back here. And now, I believe at this time we disassemble this thing. It's always good to make sure you have a good screwdriver that fits these screws properly. This one happens to be magnetic, which is nice. From what what I've seen of these, you should get, this cap should be popped out a little bit because there's a spring behind there. So we'll see what happens here. Should be it, right? There we go. Okay. So it really didn't pop, but the spring is. Yeah, that is cruddy. So that, you know, that hasn't even been cleaned from the Cosmoline. It's all still Cosmolined up. Yeah, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. All right, well, we'll keep disassembling this bad boy, and we'll catch you on the other side. All right, so checking back in, we have our parts soaking in mineral spirits to get all that Cosmoline off. And then we'll give it a good scrubbing down with some 4/0 steel wool and some, maybe some ballast oil or some even motor oil works fine for that as well. The Mark Novak method. The hand guards both look good. There's no real problems that I can see. Yeah, they look fine. The ears are all nice. There's no cracks. I can see maybe a small one there, but nothing. Small one running here, but nothing, like I said, nothing alarming. And then here's the upper. That's kind of rusty looking there. But other than that, other than being dirty and dented, ears here are good. No cracks. There might be a small one there, but it doesn't go all the way through. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Definitely. And here's the rest of it. I've got the bolts out here. Let's get rid of the magazine here. Now the magazine is a little crudded up, as you can see. That's I think we'll just scrub that down with some 4/0 steel wool and see what comes out. And we'll have that green patina that looks like the rest of the rifle has, so not worried about that. Like I said, I bought it for a shooter. I really didn't buy this as a collector's piece, but the price was right, and I'm not disappointed so far. We'll see how she shoots, though. There you go. Okay. All right. So I'm missing some material here. I don't think that's a huge deal there. And we'll clean all that up. Get this out of here. Boy, look, just the crud. I mean, shoo. This probably came right out of RTI's inventory and somebody resold it. Anyway, we'll get to scrubbing on this bad boy and get her back together. And see, there's some of that paint, or whatever that was. Maybe it's bedding material. Looks like somebody tried to bed it here. Weird, though. Why would they? I'm going to get these ears off, too, because they're obviously all crudded up. Get a good scrubbing with those. And little mineral spirits down the stock. Don't think I need to do any more than that. Mineral spirits, and then maybe some oil. Oil it up with some BL, oil linseed, or maybe even some tung oil, depending on how dark I want it. But yeah, it looks good. I'm happy with that, for sure. All right. And we got some crud up here, but again, nothing a little 4/0 steel wool won't manage. Yeah, I gotta get this out. Get the, well, I don't know, maybe I'll leave that on. It seems to be a kind of a pain, and really just cleaning it up, I don't think there's any reason to take that off. I'll take the rear sling swivel out and clean it up though. All right, stay tuned. Whew, the dirt. Brought the ears back. Got that rust off there, and they're still pretty dark. The magazine, not so much, but I got the bulk of the crud off of it. I'm gonna let it sit here in the oiled up for a little bit, and then maybe try to get it again. But not too bad. Not too bad. And of course I got my mineral spirits and Cosmoline soup there. Bolt head. Here's the bolt. It's cleaned up nice. It looks good. Nothing wrong with that. Firing pin all looks good, and yeah. Trigger guard. Trigger. Just try to get the bulk of that rust off there, that's all. And it does look like this came off a drill purpose rifle. It does say DP there. So not an original part. Again, not really worried about it. I bought it just to tinker with, you know, to clean it up, to take it to the range and shoot it. And yeah, she should clean up nice. I'm not seeing anything major on here as far as rust, just some surface rust. Yeah, that looks like the worst of it right there. Around the bayonet there. But you know, another thing I don't see on here is an import mark, which is odd. Yeah. I don't see any importation mark on the barrel. So if this was from RTI, it's when they forgot to mark, I think. And like I said, I just saw it on Gunbroker. There was actually a buy it now price on it. And I said, you know what? All in, that's going to be less than I can get an Enfield for. And I knew it looked a little iffy, but, you know, not iffy-ishy. But I think she's going to clean up real nice. And hopefully one of these days I'll get some. I don't have any ammo for it. I'm going to have to get some 303 British. If any of you know where to get any, let me know. My local gun store said he does carry it. He just was out of it. So let's see if he can score some of that for me. And I can take this thing out, shoot it, and put a video up and see what she does. All right, well, we'll keep working at it. And of course, then I just take a, where's my brush? You know, you can brush some of this stuff. Clean up that cosmoline on here. Bolt head looks good. This thing was cruddy. No doubt about it. This thing was cruddy. Capital C. Tractor's nice and strong. There. We have the barrel band cleaned up. It has some pitting, and you can see it's also stamped DP, I believe, there. So it looks like the nose and the front barrel band here is off of a donor rifle. Been replaced, but it cleaned up okay. And ears are also, again, stamped DP. So all these are DP parts, you know. Not broken up about it, though, because obviously I just bought it as a shooter. It was cheap enough, you know, and you get a decent shooter for under 500 bucks, you know, all in, then I'm happy with that, you know. So we'll finish scrubbing up this stuff here. We'll get the stock all wiped down, some mineral spirits, maybe some oil, and we'll figure out what she looks like when she's all put back together. So stay tuned for that. Okay, and here is the finished product. Looks much better. Cleaned up really nice. And you still have some pitting there, but not a huge deal. And it flipped over. Very happy with the way it turned out. Looks good. Got the magazine here. That's probably the worst part, but What are you going to do? And then bolts, we'll get that back in there. And there she is all together. Not bad, didn't turn out too bad. I said very happy with the way it turned out. Wood's a little dark, I'm okay with that. Bolt works nice. Very smooth. Very nice little gun. Alright, and we're going to get her to the range here soon, so we'll show you that video coming up as soon as we get some 303. Have a good one, guys.